So the pump was good in theory, but bad in execution. So today I'll be trying out the Physician Formula #Instaready Full Coverage Concealer. So I bought the shade Fair, which is the lightest shade. It retails for $10 and there are 3 shades available. If you're new here, I'm 43 years old and I have extremely dry skin, especially in the inner corners of my eyes. So it's essential for me to use a concealer that doesn't dehydrate my under eyes as well as emphasize fine lines. I also have hereditary under eye dark circles, so I require a concealer with good coverage as well. So let's check out some of the claims on Physician Formula's website. And I don't know why I have so much trouble saying that. Physician Formula, it is not that complicated. So it claims to be hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, dermatologist-approved, clinically tested, and cruelty-free. And that's all it really says. Where's the packaging? Does it say anything more on the packaging? But on the packaging though, it says #goodbye imperfections. Multi-purpose creamy concealer, full coverage, weightless, long wearing, hides imperfections, and budge resistant. And then on the side of the packaging, it says light reflecting spherical beads. It's just so tiny. I think I need reading glasses. It says light reflecting spherical beads, color filter pigments, and high-tech polymers work together to instantly mattify, blur, and visibly retexture skin. So if you're enjoying this video while you're watching it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you don't miss anything. If you want to know my thoughts on the Physician Formula #Instaready Creamy Concealer and how it applies and wears throughout the day, don't go anywhere, just keep watching. So I'm also filming a review today for the Physician Formula Healthy Foundation. I don't know which I'm going to be posting first. I'll probably be posting the concealer review first, followed by the foundation review afterwards, if you'd like to check that out also. Yeah, I'm going to try to have this one up by Sunday at the latest. So I have not even taken this out of the packaging yet. It comes with this cute little sponge, which, hold on, do I need to wet this? Multi-purpose full coverage direction, damp is, yeah, I need to wet this. All right, give me a few seconds. This is the cutest little sponge. I don't think I've ever seen a sponge this tiny. I guess that makes sense, so you can get right up under the eye. Interesting. I purchased the shade Fair. This is looking a little peach, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work. All right, so our sponge is dampened. The directions say use damp blending sponge to apply concealer directly to the face. Dab the sponge to evenly blend for a smooth airbrush selfie ready finish. Okay, so I have some pretty bad dark circles on both sides of my eyes. Full coverage would be great. So hopefully this can, oh, ooh, I like this. It's this cute little pump. Okay, we could be here a while. Come on, anytime now. How you doing today? Is it broken? Oh, I think we have product. Oh, there we go. It's just super thick. So the pump was good in theory, but bad in execution. Okay, so that is really peach. I'm not sure if this is gonna be light enough for me because I tend to prefer a brighter under eye. At this point, as long as it blends in with my foundation, I'll be cool with it. I am really loving this little sponge. You can get right up in the tiny corners of your eye and just blend out without being rough with the skin. So that's the side with concealer and that's the side without. And I can still see a teeny tiny little bit of dark circle poking through, but for the most part, it's a big improvement from what I was dealing with before. I am just gonna do the other eye. So far, so good. It's doing a pretty good job of canceling out the dark circles on both sides of my face. But I'm really happy that it's not clinging to under eye dryness. I'm prone to dry, flaky patches in the inner corners of my eye, and I don't normally see them when I'm not wearing makeup. But as soon as I cover it with a concealer or foundation, it's like completely magnified and it looks horrible, and I almost look better not wearing any makeup at all. I don't see anything on here about having hydrating properties. It just says it's a multi-purpose creamy concealer. So the time check is 10:21. So I'm gonna go lightly set my under eyes with powder, and the next check-in will be in natural light so you can see how this concealer has held up throughout the day. So the time check is 4:25. I was originally going to show you what this looks like in natural light, but unfortunately I can't really because it is major overcast outside. So unfortunately this is as good as it's going to get. I'll just try and shimmy in a little closer without being too close. So my under eyes aren't looking too bad. It has creased a little up here, but that's because of the last minute I chose not to set my under eyes with a powder. Mainly because it is winter right now, the air is insanely dry, and I find if I use too much powder in the winter time, the results just, they aren't good. So, but as far as my dark circles, there's a teeny tiny bit poking through there, but for the most part, I think it still looks pretty good. In the inner corners of my eyes where I'm prone to really bad dry flakiness, I don't have any of that. This one's doing a good job at keeping my eyes moisturized, so far so good. So I will check in with you guys in 5 hours and let you know how this concealer's been holding up. So the time is 8:19. The concealer has been on for a little over 10 hours. So let's take a peek at this. For the most part, it's looking good. There's a little bit, zoom in closer, there's a bit of dryness happening right in here. I have a bit of a dry patch in there and there's some product that's clinging to it. But that only started probably within the last 2 hours, I would say. It wasn't there when I had dinner, and that was probably around 5:30ish. So yeah, within the last 2 hours, this happened. Other than that though, I mean, there's my fine lines. It's not creasing in there. You know, I wasn't really sure about the color of this concealer when I first tried it because it looked very peachy, but for whatever reason it's working. I can't really explain it. The color in the packaging just looked a little off for me. The only other issue is my dark circle is starting to poke through now. It's starting to wear away a little bit, but for a drugstore concealer, I'm pretty happy with how this worked out. Yeah, other than the dry patch in the corner and the little bit of dark circle that's poking through, like this side is completely fine. I'm not sure what's going on with this side. For whatever reason, this side is deciding to cling to that dry patch, but other than that, I like this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you can be notified when I post new content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!